Hello, I'm Paul here. Today I'm going to be looking at another growth stock. Now this is a very popular company. I do know that they do not pay dividends, so if you put money into this company, it is for a growth mindset. So I want to look at this as a point of if you were to day trade it with just, you focus on looking at the charts, and I'll show you how I actually go in and trade my formula. But if you trade it with just coming in when it's going to start going up, you come in and come out, and you get little percentage gains with that. So it's to day trading with that formula, and then I'm also going to be looking at doing options trading with it. So I think that this is probably going to be an expensive contract, and my formula is in the money contracts for options trading, because the budget is you go back a little bit because you want to make the most out of this. So I'm going to show you the formula that I use to find the moments when I come in for my options trade, and what I kind of picking which contract I want to get when I want to trade it with options. So we're going to look at both trading mindset and options trading and see how much you can actually make. I'm predicting it's probably going to be about $100 for every dollar that you write. Most of these big companies are like that when you're doing options with them, because it's a pretty big company, and they're not paying dividends, so if you're doing options with it, it should be a good payout. So anyway, the company that I'm going to be looking at today is Amazon, and you got to ask yourself, Amazon is probably going to be there. It's probably going to be here in 10 years because it's a really big company. It'll be here in 10 years. So as an investing standpoint, this is, I think, also a good stock to personally just own. That's just my opinion, because this company's going to be around. They offer so many things right now. So I'm not going to go into it. Let's look at the charts. Right now, before recording this video, the current price is about $133 per share of Amazon. They do not pay dividends. So what I'm going to do is show you guys my formula for trading. And I get the 3S MMA. And this allows you to have 3 moving averages in one. So I set it to 5 and 8. I don't really use the third one. I check off the third one. It just is less clutter on the screen. So it is 5 and 8 as my moving averages. And then I have RSI here as well. So, and then the other one I do is I find order block finder. So if we go here to your indicators, you go to order block finder. It's made by this W.U. Gamblo person here. So save that one to your favorites. What the order block finder does, and I did hear that this has some kind of lag to it, so just look at your charts. But if you're doing this on the hour or the longer time frames, it'll help you find the spots. But let's first look at I want to look at this on a trading mindset first and see the percentage gains that you can get from it. So the formula that I use to trade is pretty simple. I use the RSI, and I look at longer time frames. I look at the day, I look at the week, I look at the day, and I look at the hour. Those are really the time frames that I use. And when I do, I go and I look at the RSI, and I wait for the RSI to cross up here. And basically, what you got to do is you got to have everything check off. Okay, the RSI has to cross up. Your moving averages has to go in that same direction, or looks like it's about to go in that same direction. And your order block has to have a signals of it be in that direction as well. So if you get all three of those to check off, it's a very good trade. So let's just look, for example, what you would get in this situation here. So if you were to trade this means, now when you're trading Amazon stock, keep in mind that if you get in and out and you do it in a day, it'll take about 3 or 4 days before your gains will show up in your balance if you're doing a cash balance. So I would not do margin with this. So anyway, if you rode this out, let's say from here to here, you would have made almost a 7% increase on your money. Let's look at another time. So basically you come in here and you get out there. You get in right here where it crosses and you get out here at the top. I'll do this a couple more times. And you can only focus on when it's going up when you're trading it. So right here we see the RSI is crossing up. We see a bullish signal, and then right here. So this is a small one. Let's come in here. This only was a couple hours, but this is a 2%. Let's do this one more time. Let's do this one right here. Okay, so we see the RSI is crossing right here. And then we also get our bullish signal here, and our EMAs are going in that direction as well. So this looks like a good trade to do. So we come in here and we exit here. Or you can exit here, whichever way you want, but this is a 4%. So it looks like you can make about maybe 4 to 6% in a trade, maybe in a day or 2 days, things like that. So on average here, it looks like 4 to 6% just by trading it. So anyway, let's look at what I would do if I want to do options with this. So let's look at a couple moments here. Okay, so we can see from this example right here on the hour that the RSI is going down. So if I were to take this trade right now, I would focus on doing a put because the RSI is crossing down. It hasn't put the signal yet, but that's what it's looking like. So what I want to do is I want to look at the options for doing option trading for Amazon. Let's look at some prices here. Okay, so in this scenario, what I look for, everything below the share price is out of the money. What I focus on is in the money, which the contracts are going to cost a lot more money. And what I do is I focus on, and I'll focus here. If you look at here, the first option we have on in the money, on the first option we have on in the money, you have to get this line to get as close to this dot as possible. So it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but you know, this is what I focus on getting this line to as close to this dot as possible. So what I do, you have to keep going, and it's going to cost more money for this to happen, but you'll make your gains a lot faster. So let's look at this one right here. This would cost $740, and this will last a week. Or let's see, that's it's $721. The contract. Oh, this one is actually. This one is cheaper because the contract is actually ending in 2 days. So what I actually go for is longer. Let's do another week. It's going to be more expensive here. But we're basically predicting that by the 28th, which gives us about more than a week. So yeah, there's going to be more money here. So we just scroll, and what we want to do is we want to get that as close to the dot as possible. It's going to cost a lot more money. So let's just do this one here. This is going to be $1,000. So it's not even there yet. Let's get there and get closer. Okay, so we got 1,400 right here. It's almost there. So we go back a little bit more. $1,700. Getting there. $2,000. Getting there. It's not a cheap strategy because you're basically getting in at a good price. If you're right on the direction, you're getting in at a very good price. Okay, so this one is $2,785. It's getting there. Okay, so I would choose, let's see, a little bit more. I probably would choose this one right here. This one seems in my budget. And this is, probably do this one or look a little further here. Let's just do this one. Okay, this one is good. So this is what I would come in at. You have to scroll way back and find, because you don't want to start way over here because it'll be at 185, and you know we saw that it was like a 2% increase. So you want to make sure that you're as close, because anything after this dot is gains. So if you were to come in, let's see, it goes to 132, let's see, 139. I'm not really sure how much this would be for, let's look at the Greeks here. Your delta is a 0.96, so I think that's about $100. I think it's about $100 for every dollar, which is average on most of them. So what we saw here in these charts, now let's give one as an example here. Let's say the last time it crossed down was right here. So it crossed right here. So if you rode this one out as an option and you went back in your in the money, this was a $2. See, this is why you don't want to do out of the money, because you won't be in profit. You won't make your profit. But if you do in the money here, you're going to be a profit. This is a $2.55. This is $2.55 difference in price here. So the price went up by $2.55. So let's do 133. 133 take away 2.55. So we're looking at like a 130. So we're looking at the price would have to go to be about 130, which is right about there. So that trade, that one we looked at, was about $197. So anyway, so in my opinion, Amazon is a good stock to hold long term, because you know it's Amazon, and you know it's going to be here in 10 years, and you know the stock is probably going to be going up in the future because of everything that it's Amazon. You can Black Friday, they have Amazon Fresh, they do a whole, it's a popular company. It's a very, very, very popular company. So my personal opinion is to have it as a stock, and make it part of my daily routine to accumulate dollar cost average into Amazon every single day. And my recommendation is just to add it to your portfolio as a stock. Not really impressed with the options trading of it, because I do think there's other ones that can be focused on that can make you a little bit more. It does bring you, the options weren't that, the options for them when you did in the money wasn't that expensive, but then again, you're not making much in return. You make decent but you have to go back, and I do think there's other ones that can be good. I think Tesla is a pretty good one that we looked at yesterday, and also MicroStrategy and some of the others I believe are a little bit better as far as returns go. You get more from putting more into it. What I look for is stocks that will pay pretty decent amount when you're doing option trading. yeah, when you go that far back on in the money, you want to make some decent profits here, especially if you have to go way far back into buying more expensive contracts. But anyway, Amazon, in my opinion, is a good stock just to hold. The other opinion, I do think if you want to do options with it, you can still make some money, but there are other good ones out there. And if you want to day trade it with just coming in when it goes up, you'll make you'll make it's like decent 2-3%, but still, I think there's other good companies out there if you want to day trade stuff and stocks. Like we looked at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is a very good one to trade if you want to day trade it. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.